Hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus time travelers. I hope you're doing well. These are your predictions for the first quarter of 2026. Today we're going to take a look at January, February, as well as March. Keep in mind it is a collective general reading, not individualized nor personalized to you. So as the messages come through today, just take the ones that fit, leave the ones that don't, because if it's not your message, it just means that it's someone else's. And also be sure to check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, let's begin. Excuse me. Tapping into the Pisces collective now for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Pisces need to know for the first quarter of 2026? What do they need to know about January, February, and March? I'm hearing something. One more shuffle here. Thank you. There's a song playing. For January, we have the Eight of Cups. We have the Sun. And we have the Seven of Swords. For February, we have the Eight of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands. And we have the Three of Wands. For March, we have the Hierophant. We have the Four of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Cups. Your energy here for the first quarter. Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. That leaves the King of Swords, Two of Cups, Six of Swords here to the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's clarify. We're using the After Tarot deck to clarify. If you've never seen the monthly or quarterly readings before, this deck has different images for each card and also different meanings. So we'll go through them as we need to. Let's clarify this here for Pisces, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Excuse me, I have no idea why my throat is starting to go on me. So I don't know if there's something here that you will be saying of great importance in the first quarter. Something maybe you need to get off your chest. Let's see where we go with this message for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. For January 2026, we are clarifying Eight of Cups, the Sun, Seven of Swords. For February 2026, we are clarifying Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands, and the Three of Wands. And for March, we are clarifying the Hierophant, Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. January, the Eight of Cups is clarified by the Chariot. The Sun is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Swords is clarified by the Five of Swords. February, the Eight of Wands is clarified by the King of Wands. The Nine of Wands is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. And the Three of Wands is clarified by the Hangman. For March, the Hierophant is clarified by the Knight of Cups. The Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Wands. And the Six of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Wands. Energy for the first quarter. Page of Cups, Three of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Sun. To the Five of Pentacles, to the Emperor, to the Three of Wands. You're moving towards something here. Let's see if we can figure out what it is. In January, your energy is the Eight of Cups to the Chariot, the Sun to the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords to the Five of Swords. I feel like this is your energy. I feel like you're moving away from something, which means you're moving towards something else. You're being very discreet. You're being very strategic. You're even being a bit manipulative. Whatever this is, you're not sure if you want to invest in it anymore. You're not sure it truly makes you happy. You're keeping it to yourself, though. So you're making plans to move on from whatever this is. You don't believe that it has the possibility to be the Ten of Cups or Ten of Pentacles. And you're being very strategic and, like I said, a bit manipulative when it comes to moving on. So let's say this is work-related. You're deciding to look for a job elsewhere. You're deciding to move on, but you're not telling your job yet. You're going to work. Everything's fine. You're in a connection with a friend, family member, or lover. You know it's only a matter of time that you're not going to be in their life anymore, or only a matter of time they won't be in yours. But you're not telling anyone about it. You're certainly not telling that person about it. So you're keeping something to yourself. Maybe that's why my throat was going, because there's something you want to say in January, but you're not saying it yet. Let's clarify that. Eight of Cups to the Chariot. For you to be in the Eight of Cups tells me you have already analyzed that Seven of Pentacles to the Sun. You have already analyzed those 8 cups. They're not terrible, but the Eight of Cups is a situation, environment, or connection that's no longer emotionally fulfilling. And you're making the decision to move towards a 9th cup. because this no longer makes you happy. And you've thought about this for a long time. But whomever, whatever it is you're moving on from, you're not telling them. Why the Seven of Swords here for Pisces energy? Why the Seven of Swords? Why the Seven of Swords here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Why the Seven of Swords? The Three of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Magician. Bottom of the deck, the Star card. Why the Five of Swords? Why the Five of Swords? Why the Five of Swords here for your energy? The Seven of Swords. Why the Five of Swords for Pisces energy? One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Wands. High Priestess. The Devil. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. I don't know what situation, environment, or connection this is, but you deemed it to be toxic or unhealthy for you, whether that's an unhealthy relationship, unhealthy living situation. It could even be an unhealthy connection, friend, family member, lover. If it's none of those things for you, then it's something internal to you, like you're letting go of a negative thought pattern. You're letting go of old trauma, like you're healing old trauma. Whatever it is, situation, environment, connection, or something internal to you, could even be like a habit. After thinking about it for long enough, you're like, this doesn't make me happy, or continuing to engage in whatever this is not good for my health, my financial health, my emotional health, my physical health, etc., maybe even financial health. And so you're choosing to disengage from it, but you're not telling anyone. So let's say you're quitting smoking. You're not telling everyone that you're planning to quit smoking. You're leaving the job. You're not telling everyone that you're planning to leave this job. If you're considering leaving someone behind, in terms of you're moving in another direction and they're not coming with you, like a friend, family member, a lover, you're not telling them. You're not telling anyone associated with them. You're just in the early planning stages here of how you're going to do this. How are you going to proceed forward? You're trying to manifest a way out. So you're manifesting for a new job. You're manifesting for money. You're manifesting for strength. This is under lock and key to you. Your decision is made in January that you don't want to continue whatever this is, whether it's internal to you or external. You're just not telling anyone about it. Eight of Wands to the King of Wands. In February, you start moving in the new direction. You're excited about the new direction. We have Eight of Wands to the King of Wands, Nine of Wands to the Wheel of Fortune, Three of Wands to the Hangman. You're excited about the new direction. You're starting to make some plans. You're starting to research some new avenues on how to get out of whatever this is. But you're still momentarily suspended in this. So you haven't quite severed the connection. You haven't quite kicked the habit. You're not fully healed from maybe some trauma that you're trying to, I don't want to say get over, but, heal from. So you're February is like your in-between month. There's great anticipation about moving on from whatever this is, like I said, internal or external to you. This time you're saying, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to quit this for good. I'm going to leave this person for good. It's almost like you're making a promise to yourself in the month of February that, again, whatever that is, you're leaving it behind. But you're also acknowledging, but I can't do that yet. Hangman to the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is astrologically the sun in Aries, which is taking action, moving forward, right? Aries is a cardinal fire sign. But the Hangman is Piscean energy. And so there's something here about pausing. So I almost feel like January is your decision month. You're keeping it to yourself. February seems to be more of a planning strategic month. There's also a desire to want to move forward, but the understanding that you can't quite do that yet. Why is that? Clarify that Three of Wands. Clarify the Three of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Three of Wands is clarified by the Five of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. So you're resisting moving forward, although you want to. That the fire is, burning inside of you here. I want to move forward. I'm exploring ways to move forward, but you're resisting moving forward. Why the Hangman? There's also a little frustration here on your part. Whatever this is, internal or external to you, you wish you could have exited it or quit it or something like that in the past. There's a little frustration that in February you still have to deal with whatever this is, or you're not fully recovered from whatever that devil energy there was, that toxicity or that shadow side. Tell me more about the Hangman. Why is Pisces paused here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Four of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and a Nine of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is financial. This is, I'm waiting to move on from this person, okay? But I can't do it until I have more finances. So you want to leave behind who this is. This friend, this family member, this lover. Maybe a place that you've lived a long time. You're just not telling your neighbors. You're not telling this person or these people that you want to move on from them. And the reason why you can't tell them is because you can't say it until you're ready to do it. And you're not ready to do it until you have the finances or the structure in place for you to be able to do that. But you know you want to move towards your 9th cup. Remember when I said you're leaving behind the 8 cups? It's because you're moving towards your 9th cup. That's exactly what you're doing. So you're saving money here to move towards your 9th cup. I'm going to throw this out there for one of you watching. This could be a legal case for some of you. And you know it's only a matter of time till maybe this person or entity, like if this corporation you're in a lawsuit with, you know it's only a matter of time till they're out of your life. But there's something here where like it has to conclude. The cycle here has to conclude. So maybe the court case here has to conclude, or there's some type of monetary benefit you're supposed to receive from them. Like maybe they're paying you out, or there's alimony or child support or something like that here at play. Only take that message if it resonates. But there's something here about balancing your finances before you can fully move on from whomever this is, or you're waiting to receive payment from them before you can fully move on. In March, we have you in the energy of the Hierophant to the Knight of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles to the 5 of Wands, and the 6 of Cups to the 8 of Wands. You're not fully able to move on from whomever this is, or I should say make some significant incremental progress, some significant progress until March. This is maybe why in February, why there's so much frustration. So in March, it appears here what you're doing is pouring into yourself, and you're making this like, this is like a daily habit here. Hierophant, that's Taurus energy. It's fixed, right? Fixed earth energy. And in the after tarot deck, the Knight of Cups is drinking the Ace of Cups. So in March, I have a couple of different messages. If you're waiting for some kind of court thing here, it looks like there is resolution. And then it's sort of like a celebratory energy here, because now I get to finally put it behind me, right? The fight is over. I have secured a win here. And now I get to move on from this legal battle or something like that that's been plaguing you for quite some time. And the 6 of Cups is like, well, now I can finally move forward, because you've been wanting to move forward for a while here, especially in February. For others of you where this is like not court related, something improves here in your finances. And you start to realize that 8 of Wands that you know, whatever it is here you've identified that you want to move towards, whatever that 9th cup is, it's starting to be in reach. You're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So you're getting closer here to moving on to whomever or whatever this is, or you're starting to become more confident. And part of that confidence comes from you're nurturing yourself better in the month of March. Could be eating better, sleeping better. You're definitely investing in you more. There's also this energy here of not wanting to fight with whatever that is. You're not fighting at work. You're not fighting with this person. You're not fighting with this lover. You're not fighting the court case. It's over. To you, it's over. I mean, it might be physically over, but energetically, this feels like I don't even have to fight for this anymore. So if by chance this is an addiction and you're like, okay, I'm going to quit smoking, but I need to save up some money because I have to buy some type of cessation products, right? Maybe you want to get the patch or nicotine gum, and those things can be quite costly. Then it's like in March, that's when you start like actually implementing, like you're going dry if you're going to quit drinking, or you've already started this regimen program to eat better, or to, like I said, give up smoking. So if it's internal to you, you're healing a pattern, you're giving up a toxic trait. In January, you're deciding to do it, but you're not telling anyone. February, you're starting to make plans on how and when you will do this, possibly saving money to do it. And then in March, you're moving forward. And there's no internal conflict here. You are excited to start taking better care of yourself and shedding that devil, that shadow side, the toxic pattern trait, old wounds that you've been holding on to. I mean, this to me feels like a lot of energy that's being freed up here in the month of March. And now you're like able to move forward. You're no longer carrying around this bag of bricks on your back from whatever this was internal to you. And if it's external to you, you're a lot closer in March to ending it or moving on from it than you were in January. You're still not telling anyone, though. Let's clarify the Hierophant. This is your energy. The Hierophant to the Knight of Cups. It's like I'm making it a daily practice now to start taking better care of myself. Tell me more about that. One more shuffle here. Thank you. I want to make sure that microphone is on. Okay. Hierophant, clarified by the Fool. There it is. New beginning, the Empress, and the Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. In March, because you're taking better care of yourself, your self-esteem is exponentially increasing here. It's giving you way more confidence that you can move on from whomever that is. Or, like I said, if you're giving up something that was internal to you, you're feeling a lot more confident in your ability to beat that addiction, leave that old wound behind, you know, move on from the toxic trait or the toxic pattern. So March is really your big month here in the first quarter. This is huge because this is progress. This is taking care of yourself. This is feeling relief that this is either over or very close to being over. Tell me more about that Five of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Five of Wands is clarified by Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and Two of Cups. Really nice energy here for you. For some of you, you have someone here in your life that is just celebrating your victory here in March, that you are overcoming the addiction, you're healing the pattern, you know, you're finally healing that old wound. Originally, we saw the Star card at the bottom of the deck. For others of you, that's a situation, environment, or connection. And like I said, you're starting to make incremental progress to close it out. You have someone celebrating here with you that it either has closed out or you are very close to closing it out. But you definitely have a soulmate here. It could be a friend, a family member. It could be your lover. But someone is very excited here for your new beginning. You have no disagreement with this person. This person is in your corner. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this person. You have someone here who's in your corner. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Wow. Two of Cups to the Two of Cups. To the Chariot, to the Eight of Swords. Bottom of that, King of Wands. So I like this. This is your energy. This is you feeling really good that either you're almost closing that out or it has closed out for you. And you have someone else here that has been with you since the beginning. So it could be a friend, someone you confide in. Someone here that you've known for a long time. They're really happy that you're either moving on from this or you have moved on from it. Or like I said, you've healed something internal to you. But you have someone here in March being a bit of a cheerleader. And then you're off. You're off to all new beginnings here. Tell me more about the Six of Cups. You're leaving something here in the past. Something is staying in quarter one of 2026. Nine of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Four of Wands. And it is a cause for celebration. Hangman, Six of Pentacles, and the Moon. That was the Hangman energy that we had here. It's like now in March, you're able to move forward. It's more realistic now to move forward. Some of you are looking to relocate in March. I don't know if you actually will relocate, but you're going to start looking to relocate in March. Tell me more about the Eight of Wands. You are ending March single or free. And when I say single, I don't mean like you're breaking up with your person if you have a healthy relationship. What I mean is single, free, and independent and autonomous of whatever that devil energy was. Internal to you or external to you. I think you're leaving it behind in quarter one. And if you're not fully leaving it behind, you're feeling more confident about your ability to leave it behind. Tell me more about that Eight of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Swords, decision is made. Six of Wands, victory. And look, Ace of Cups and two decks here. And then the Ten of Cups to the World card. You're leaving something behind here. Six of Cups again. And in this deck, this is something in your past. So you are leaving something or someone, again, internal or external to you in your past. It's staying in quarter 2026. It could be doubts. It could be fears. It could be your shadow side. You're moving differently come second quarter. You're way more happier. Your heart is healing. Your finances are balancing out. You're seeing things clearly. You're open to new opportunities. Quarter two will be significant for you. All because you've chosen in January to release that or begin to release that. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here. What a fascinating reading. And like I said, you have someone here by your side, whether that's a friend, family member, or a lover. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice. 5 of Swords, 9 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands. If that was your message here, where I said you're not telling anyone what you're doing or what you're planning, your advice is not to tell anyone what you're doing or what you're planning. While you're future planning, just continue to work on this in the background. Like, you know your truth, you know the direction you're going in, you know that is closing out for you at some point in time. It's a decision you're making. There's no need for you to bring chaos and conflict into your life or to fight with that person or you know, or to tell people, like, I don't know, maybe you do want to give up drinking and all your friends are, you know, I don't want to say they're alcoholics, but they drink very frequently. You just may not want to hear it from them. You don't want them to convince you to not do this, or you don't want them to guilt you or shame you or outcast you. So again, I don't know who or what that is you're leaving behind, but if you're deciding to not tell anyone about it until you're further along on your path or your plan to exit it or leave it behind, that's exactly what your advice is telling you here. While you're planning this, while you're working towards this ending, no one needs to know that Ace of Swords but you. Let's close it out now with some oracle cards and then some kippers. What a fascinating reading here. This is all new come second quarter, and it's beautiful. And if you're looking for love, second quarter seems to be it. If you're looking to strengthen a current love connection, because maybe this is not love related, love looks really good second quarter for I was going to say Aries. Maybe some of you are dealing with an Aries or you have high Aries placements. But Pisces, second quarter when it comes to love looks really good for you in terms of platonic and romantic connection. Let's get 3 oracle cards here, please, for January, February, and March for Pisces. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Healing. February, hope. March, innovation. Told ya. I'll read those to you in a second. Let's get you 3 more oracle cards. For Pisces, for January, February, and March, 3 oracle cards, please. One more shuffle here. Thank you. January, guiding star. February, wise owl. March, true path. Can't make it up. January, healing. Heal by confronting and addressing past wounds. Yeah, you're letting go of something or someone here. Or at least you're telling yourself that you're going to do again. I don't think you're telling the world or telling that particular person, for those of you where it is a person. Guiding star. You are guided by the stars. Follow your celestial light. This is like you following your North Star here. February is hope. Hold on to hope and look forward to the future. Remember I said, like, you want to get going, but you can't for some reason. You're waiting for a court case to wrap up. You're waiting to get some more money, some plans in place. But yeah, keep hope alive in February. You have wise owls. Seek knowledge. Wisdom comes from experience. So there's definitely here the feeling of acquiring information and knowledge here about, like, moving in this new direction. And then March, you have innovation, boldly experiment and be open to new possibilities. I see you doing that. And you have true path, follow your true path and trust the new journey ahead. That is exactly what you're doing. We'll close it out now with some kippers. So I guess the best way I could title this reading is A New Path Opens, but excuse me, it's not a new path opening from something external. You're creating the new path. That's maybe what I'm calling it. You're creating the new path here. You're instrumental in it. 2 cards here for January. What flipped over here? We have adjudication and we have expectation. Yeah, it's like it's only a matter of time until you sever whatever contract here this is for you. Legal contract, marital contract, soul contract, or something you felt like, you know, like you were bound to this thing. And you're expecting in January, like, yep, I'm going to do this. February. One more. Thank you. February. Kind of came out on the side. Privileged lady on the side. Oh, look at that. Marriage upside down. So in February, you're moving on from something or someone that you felt married to or tied to. Or again, there's this feeling of like, I don't know, bound, bondage, something like that. So you could be releasing your shadow self. I think you're moving on from a situation, environment, or connection. I just don't think you're telling that person yet. And March. We have main male kind of on the side, and then we had concern. It doesn't have to be main male. It could be main female. But I feel like this is the entity that you're now moving on from. Oh, look at that. Thief. 7 of Swords. Wealthy man and imprisonment. You're moving on from something in your life that either felt you felt like you were addicted to this thing, or it was a toxic trait within you. You could feel like it was robbing you of good health, robbing you of your financial resources. And again, it's internal to you, so you're going to shed it away, right? You're going to recover and heal. For others of you, it actually is a partnership. It could be a friend, family member, or lover. And you feel like it has caged you in or made you very small. And you're covertly now plotting and planning a way on how you can break out of it and move on from whomever this is. Release your burdens and live more freely and lightly. I think I said that in March. I'm feeling a more free energy here for you. So if January is a little rough with whatever this is, keep it to yourself. Continue to create your plan. It looks like in March, that's really going to become like the first day of the rest of your life. That is what I have for you, Pisces, for the first quarter. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you once again for being a time traveler, and good luck with this new chapter of your life. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.